Hey boys and girls, we all love barbecue, but sometimes we don't have the time. So I am going to show my method of hot and fast baby back ribs. Usually in and out in about 2 hours, 10 minutes. Which is substantially cut down from the normal 5 hours that my ribs usually go. So now I enjoy the long game, just like everybody, but sometimes the long game isn't an option. So we're gonna throw down some baby backs today, and we're gonna do it quick. So I've done this a few times, always turns out great. Figured somebody else might be looking for a way to be able to enjoy some baby backs when they get home from work and they don't have the time. So let's get to it. So we got a little slab of baby backs here. Nice slab. Membrane removed. I know that's up for debate, but hey, that's what I do. So I'm not gonna do any trimming on these. Any type of fat. I mean, if it's some nasty cartilage or whatever, I'll trim it off. But otherwise, it's gonna be gone because we're gonna be doing these at a higher temp. And you want that in there. You want that moisture. So first off, duck fat. This is like a delicious glue. Over here, got some trend kill. I'm gonna give these a nice coat. Give a nice coat down on this backpack here. Make sure it's all broken up. Beautiful. Put it in there. And in between those bones. Now I do this on parchment paper because any of the stuff that does fall off, after I let it rest for a bit, I usually shake the parchment paper, put it on the top, you know? So, but the duck fat adheres everything pretty well. So, as you can see, nothing falling off, even the big coarse grind stuff. So, again, a little bit of our delicious glue. Not to mention it creates a beautiful skin. Crazy high burn temp, so you don't have to worry about that. And if you prefer oil, I highly suggest avocado oil. Avocado oil has, not to mention being great for you, it has a burn point of 550. So you can throw some serious heat at something and never have to worry about it burning. So I'm gonna give these a nice coat because I like flavor. And a lot of it soaks in. Now normally I do my ribs the night before. I rub them, I let them chill in the fridge. But today's hot and fast day. You get home from work, you're like, you know what? I really want some baby backs. But dinner's only 2.5 hours away. What do? You do this, boys and girls, you do this. Look at that. So that's a wrap on that. As you see, beautiful color, beautiful, beautiful. So now we're gonna top it off, only on one side. We're gonna create a little duck fat cocoon on that baby, and we're gonna let them sit. So I'm gonna let them sit, get to room temp, while I get the pit lit, and all that good stuff. We're gonna start the pit out at 325. Yes, I know. But there's a procedure, make sure everything cooks even, everything stays juicy. You'll see what's up. So let's get them on the pit. Boys and girls, get these things on. Got it rolling, good balance, got 325. It's my upper rack, lower rack, probably running around 350, a little bit more. So let's get them on. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run them at the 325 for an hour. 30 minutes in, I'm going to flip them and rotate them. So that way everything cooks evenly, you know, doing hot and fast, you know, things will cook at different temperatures. So even though the grill is balanced out, you know, different meat, a little bit of less on one side, a little bit this, whatever. So I like to flip them and rotate them at about the half-hour mark. Now I'm not going to be doing any spritzing, nothing like that. This is, the whole idea is quick and fast. So we ain't messing around. That's why I'm using the 640 tonight as opposed to the big boy over here. And that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to let them go. We'll be back in about 30 minutes. Like I said, we're going to flip them and rotate them. All right. We're at the 30-minute mark. Let me bring you guys over here. Let's get a little bit better view what's going on. Yeah, that should be nice. So I'm going to throw a glove on and toss. Oh man, you see those? Beautiful colors so far. Flip and rotate. So. All right, I'm gonna let them go for another half an hour, and then after that, we're going to wrap them, throw them back on for the final hour, and then again, half hour, flip, rotate, and then at the last hour, we're gonna unwrap. Throw them back on for the final 10 minutes, and we're going to throw them on the heat at the bottom. Probably going to hit them with some, going to do up my beer bourbon glaze tonight. I think that's what everybody asked me for, so that's what I'm going to do. And so I'm going to hit them with some glaze, finish them off for the last 10 minutes, and that's it. So, all right, we'll be back in 30. Check them out. All right, boys and girls, we are at the final hour on the open part. So check it out, bring you on over. Oh man, look at that. Beautiful color. Can't wait to see the other side, you know? So we're gonna get these in and see what we got going on. Beautiful. Check it out. There they are, looking mighty fine. So, all right, I'm going to get them in and let's wrap them up. All right, let's get these boys wrapped. Give you a good view, right? Here, let's get you even a little closer. How about that? There we go. All right, so what I usually do is, this is salted sweet cream butter. There's not much salt in my rub, so it won't hurt anything. Try to do it about the length of the ribs, you know, right in the center. Got some apple cider vinegar. Wants to get buck wild on me. Looks like my bottle is a little bit messed up there. There we go. Now we're kicking. So I'm gonna get this down here. Here. Something's wrong with the nipple on this thing right now. Not sure what's going on, so we're just gonna steady hand it. All right, you wanna get some moisture in there. Yes, the butcher paper holds it. It will not run through, it will not nothing, so. All right, now, I only add my sweet with the glaze. So I don't do any brown sugar, nothing like that. This is basically just a steep. Give them just a little bit of a press there. And that's it. So I'm gonna fold these bad boys up like so. Not too tight, nothing crazy. And I usually fold the sides in. You know, I'm sure everybody can fold brown paper, right? And I tuck them. There we go. All right, so let's get them back out in the pit, and we're gonna start them off face down and let all that liquid and everything all melt right into the meat, and then we will flip and rotate at the half-minute mark again, or the half-hour mark. So let's get them back in the pit. All right, so we're back out here. Two things I neglected to mention earlier. Since I wasn't spritzing, we're doing high heat. I have a water pan. Is the only time I ever use a water pan. And I put it in the back corner just to create a nice moist environment. Since you're throwing so much heat at them, you're not spritzing, you're not basting, you're not doing anything, you know? So I like to cook them in a nice high moisture environment. So that, and now we were at 325. Now we are going up to the 350 mark, right around there for the wrapped finish. So forgot to mention that. My typical routine is when I'm about to do that, I'll come out, I'll turn the pit up, I'll give it about 5-10 minutes. Then by the time I grab the ribs off, do my wrapping and stuff, I come out, I'm already at where I need to be. So other than that, let's get it back on the pit. Said, still going middle rack, and we are going face down on them boys this time. That's it. So let's give them 30 minutes to do their thing. Then we'll come out here, rotate them, and flip them. Give them another 30. Okay, it's been 30 minutes. So we are going to flip them over. Forgot my gloves in the house, so we're just gonna man up. This is what we're looking at. See that? Everything all just bubbling in there, all nice. Gotta love butcher paper. All right, so now, oh, you know what I forgot? The rotate. Okay, we're gonna let them go another half an hour, and then we're gonna pull them out of its little package. All right, we're done. So we're going to pull them out of their little package, and then we're gonna toss them back on for about 5 minutes. Then I'm going to glaze them and let them go for about another 5 minutes. So we'll be at around 2 hours and 10 minutes. So let's get them off. Bring you on over here. There we go. So, can you see them? Nope, of course not. Let's do it right over here. See that? All right. Oh man, they smell good. been 5 minutes. The magic of television. Here we go. Here's the glaze we got. See that? I know the light's pretty bad. It's dark. I'll bring you on over here. This should be a good view. And we are going to give them a quick flip first. So that way we have our glaze going on. So we're going to hit these bad boys like so. Don't do much. I just like to have the tint on the bottom of them, so you know what you're biting into. You know what I'm saying? Man, they're looking pretty though. Nice, deep, rich, dark color. I like that. I like it. All right, now let's get this side. Oh, see what that rub is doing? Oh man, I'm telling you. That's why I do them on the fat side, or the meat side down first before I do my glaze, because in that way it tightens up all that bark that may have loosened, but it loosened very little because of the butcher paper, not foil, you know. So it's not half as bad as you would think when it comes to backpedaling on all that beautiful bark you worked hard to make, you know. It stays there. Look at that. These things are falling apart. All right, so now we're going to close the lid, and last 5 minutes, the hardest minutes. So 5 more minutes. I'm going to shut her down, bring them in, let them sit for about 10-15 minutes, make sure all those juices, because we did cook them at a higher temp, so everything got squeezed. Let it rest a little bit, everything will just kind of mellow back in, and it'll pull all the juices back in and all that other good stuff, you know. Low and slow stuff, the resting, brisket, things like that makes a difference. Stuff like this, not so much, you know. You don't have to go hours and, you know, all this other crazy stuff. But higher heats causes that meat to tighten up, all the muscles, everything in it, and it tightens it up. So then if you cut into it, it just, you know, it's done. So by letting it rest, those muscles loosen back up, and as soon as they loosen, they allow flavor to come back in. So that's all I got. That's all the science I'm going to throw. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes. All right, there we are. Let's throw this out. All right, I don't know if you can see them. Nice pullback, nice bark, real nice bend to them. So let's get them back on, shall we? Yeah, get you up a little bit. There we go. All right, so we're gonna start this out with the face down. Oh, you hear that little sizzle? So I'm going to give them 5 minutes, and I'm going to go grab my glaze that I got made up. We'll come out, we'll hit them, finish them off. Last 5 minutes. All right, boys and girls, we're done. 2 hours, 10 minutes. Check them out. Shut this bad boy down. Oh man, look at that. Look at those things. That's what I'm talking about. Long day. I'm eating ribs. That's it. Look at those beautiful things. So, all right, I'm gonna bring them in the house. Like I said, I'm gonna let them hang out for about 10 minutes while I get everything else done. And I know we checked a lot of marks. We built some bark, check. Color, check. Nice bone pull, check. Tell by the way they wiggle, they're tender, so check. But I'll definitely show you the inside, how juicy they are. They're not dry at all, believe me, they're not. And nice bone pull. Now, I don't like them mushy. I don't like them, none of my ribs. I don't care how I do them. But I do like a slight tug at the bone, very slight, and I like the bone to come clean. So that's how I know my ribs are the way I like them. So, all right, I'm gonna bring them in, let them rest, and I'll bring you back for the last final food porn ride along. All right, let's check this out. Give you a good view here. So here we got them. Here, let's just go over here real quick. Show you how, see that? How moist, juicy, nice, beautiful pull off the bone. That's ribs, man. Check, check, check. All right, that's all I got. Those are hot and fast ribs for those nights when you just don't have the time to play the long game. So, 1-1 and done. All right, boys and girls, that's all I got.